Our mission at Jacaranda is to create carpets and rugs of real character. So as our portfolio has grown, we have moved towards natural materials woven on traditional hand-operated wooden looms. We believe that these labour-intensive processes create Jacaranda's characterful textures and luxuriously dense carpets. Hand-woven carpets, however, do require extra care and skill to fit well. We hope that the techniques shown in this short video will help. Your room should be professionally measured by an experienced fitter to ensure you order the correct cuts of carpet.
4 meters 17.
Measure the length and the width. Check the walls run square and add at least 3% tolerance to each measurement. Check clearance of the doors, particularly when fitting high-pile carpets. Doors may need to be removed and planed during fitting. When your Jacaranda carpet arrives, please check the packaging carefully and sign for the delivery only if your order is complete and in good condition. Any damage or missing items must be noted on the delivery note. Jacaranda cannot accept claims where problems are not noted at the point of delivery. Please be prepared with plenty of labour to unload your carpet. Large cuts, such as this 5-metre wide heavy velvet, can be very heavy. Ideally, please unload the carpet and take to the site fully wrapped and with the core still inside the roll. If you need to remove the core to carry around corners or upstairs, please be aware that bending or folding can stretch the backing and cause permanent damage. Here we have set out the tools usually required for fitting. A tape measure, a sharp utility knife, cutters for grippers, and a hacksaw for door plates. For fitting to wood floors, you will need a tack hammer for underlay, a hammer for grippers and 20mm ring nails. Longer nails risk damage to underfloor piping. For concrete floors, you will need adhesive and spray glue for underlay. For fitting carpet, you will need a high-quality stretcher. Please do not use power stretchers which will damage hand-woven carpet. You will also need a metal bolster, an eyewitness knife and adhesive. For seams, please add a straight edge, a pile divider, napping shears, a seaming iron, seaming clamps, heat seaming tape and seam sealant. The floor should be smooth and clean. Tack down grippers around the perimeter, approximately 1 cm from the skirting boards, slightly further away for thick carpets. Spread out underlay up to the grippers and staple to the floor. It is very important to use good quality, solid underlay, such as Ball & Young Cloud 9 Contract, both for comfort and to maximise the life of the carpet. Always unroll the carpet and check carefully for any fault or damage. Report problems to Jacaranda straight away before the carpet is fitted. Jacaranda cannot accept claims for faults or damage made after the carpet has been cut or fitted. Check the pile direction that ideally should run towards the main entrance. Check clearance under doors and remove doors if necessary. Position carpet ready for fitting. Work around the room cutting off excess carpet, but leave 10 cm approximately up walls and take care not to cut short. Add a line of adhesive to the gripper rods all around the room. Choose a long straight wall to start fitting from. We'll call this wall 1. Position a straight carpet edge along wall 1 and up to the skirting board. Work along it using the bolster and secure the carpet, while tucking it down between the grippers and the skirtings. Return to your first corner. Work backwards from the first corner along the second wall, securing the carpet onto the grippers. Return to the corner at the other end of wall 1 with your stretcher. Work along the third wall using the stretcher to stretch the carpet while pressing it firmly down onto the grippers. Cut around door frames, stretch the carpet up to the door bar and tuck under to secure. Stretch the carpet onto the fourth and final wall and secure onto grippers. Now work around the room, trimming the carpet to the correct size and tucking it down between the grippers and the skirting boards. Tidy the room and vacuum the carpet with a cylinder rather than a beta bar model. Do not use adhesive protection that can pull threads and cause irreparable damage. If you need to join or seam a carpet, try to position seams out of sight and away from doors or heavy traffic areas. Side seams join two edges cut along the carpet roll. Cross seams join two edges cut across the roll. Side seams are usually easier, less visible and less likely to fray than cross seams. Except for hand-woven cut and loop carpets, where line widths can vary due to changes in tension on the loom, they may not match along the side seams. Always use seam sealant when seaming hand-woven carpet. To create a side seam, position two lengths of carpet side by side, making sure that the pile in both runs in the same direction. Fold one carpet back, make sure it's completely flat, then using the straight edge as a guide, cut through the backing and pile. Repeat with the second piece of carpet. Match up the lines as closely as possible. Switch on the heat iron to a medium setting, hot enough to melt the seaming tape, but not so hot that it damages the underlay. Insert seaming tape along under the seam. Place the iron between the two cuts and move it along the seam, adding seam sealant along the join. Push edges together, making sure no tufts get pushed under and into the sealant, as this can cause gaps. It is very important not to stretch either piece of carpet. Snip away any stray tufts or threads. To create a cross seam, position two widths of carpet end to end, making sure that the pile in both runs in the same direction. For cross seams, it is very important how you cut the carpet. For velvets, cut through the backing using a straight edge as a guide. For hand-woven cut and loops, use a row finder to separate one row of loops from the adjacent velvet. Use a sharp standing knife to cut along this line. Trim along the edge, cutting off all the loops. Take the second edge and with the help of the row finder, cut through the velvet pile. This time, leave loops in place. Join the loop edge to the loop-free edge to reproduce the cut and loop pattern of the carpet. Insert seaming tape. Heat up the iron on a medium setting. Place the iron between the two edges and move it along the seam, adding seam sealant along the join. Press the edges together, taking care not to stretch the carpet or trap tufts underneath. Cut off excess tufts. When seaming carpets with a secondary cotton backing, Jacaranda recommends that this cotton is removed along the area to be seamed, so that the action back underneath can be stuck directly to the seaming tape. Lightly score the cotton, taking care not to damage the action back. Peel off the cotton and remove the stray threads. Repeat along the other edge. Insert sealing tape and butt up. Run the heat iron slowly along the seam, adding seam sealant to one of the cut edges. Push the edges together and trim neatly. Jacaranda recommends using the double stick method for contract locations, or for large areas of heavy carpet, such as Jacaranda Heavy Velvet and ABBA. Install contract grippers. Trowel out the tackifier adhesive with a smooth trowel, and remove any excess. Wait 15 minutes approximately for the tackifier to go off, from white to clear. Lay underlay and cut up to grippers. Position the carpet and cut roughly to size. Fold back the carpet, add anti-fray adhesive to the grippers. Spread out the high temperature carpet adhesive over the underlay with a notched trowel. Flat back the carpet and press down. Rub carpet tight onto grippers prior to cutting to size, and then tuck down behind gripper. Repeat process along all edges. To create a seam using the double stick method, cut 2 straight edges through the backing using the straight edge as a guide. Position the carpet and roll back along edges. Apply adhesive along and adjacent to the seam. Lay down seaming tape and roll down both carpet edges. Run the seaming iron slowly along the seam, adding seaming sealant to one edge. Push the edges together. Remove stray tufts and trim if necessary. Pile height may vary across a seam, especially for heavy velvet because it is sheared by hand. If this is the case, a light shear may be necessary along the seam using a micro shearer. Please do visit Jacaranda's website for specification data and test results for every Jacaranda broad loom range. Any specific fitting recommendations appear on the relevant product pages. You can also see and feel Jacaranda's full range of beautiful and tactile handwoven carpets at Jacaranda's London showroom or the Northamptonshire head office. Or call us for distributors, agents or stockists closer to you. For further questions, please telephone or email Jacaranda's sale office on +44 1536 762 697 or sales@jacarandacarpets.com.